rent is manipulated. It cannot just be business as usual. And I want to tell you, we had a discussion at our level in terms of the ANC. We have said to our government, deal with this matter and give us what you are going to do to deal with it. You know, comrades, Competition Commission tell us that there was manipulation of the rent. And then some of the banks confessed to that. In 2010, when we were doing infrastructure programs here, there was collusion by construction companies. They were fined. It's business as usual. They are still in business. Still today. Those companies who colluded, they paid a fine, they are still in business. Companies are fined by Competition Commission, it is rumored, 42 million. And then for trillions that they gained in return for the manipulation of the rent. First, we need to explain, how did this happen? And what steps is our government? Let's leave everybody else. It cannot be that there is a reportage of the rent manipulation and government is reporting like an NGO. No. The private sector is sabotaging. Julius spokesperson of government and Chaveni, comrade, I respect. Government is being sabotaged. And then Ronaldo ring really ANC. What are we going to say? What is Sanko going to say? And we must never be quiet about this. We must. But before we do all those things, we want the president to lead from the front and tell us that happened to our markets and the manipulation of the rent. What are we doing? How did it happen and what are we doing? If we don't know, then we must investigate. You know, comrades, it was said here, we are giving arms to Russia. President took a very decisive step and appointed a judge to investigate that. Just because America was lying, and we knew they are lying. Today, we are very clear that there are no weapons we supply to Russia. The report came clean. There is no such a thing. Americans can never come back about that. Tomorrow we'll be asked, why are we quiet about the manipulation of the rent? Now we are going to be feeding to these conspiracies that are going around. It happened because sabotage was bad. It happened because there was a political agenda. And then that is what has actually happened. So we must respond to that. Are we not supposed to, comrades? And we can't respond like we are helpless and we are not in charge and we are not in government. We must respond decisively. We as the ANC, we have said this is criminal and it must be followed in a criminal way. It can't but end there. What is government saying? I've seen Treasury statement is issued National Treasury. And then, National Treasury, I na lilibit. Kotongwani kad mikatiba tsaye karingu ya di pereng. Ahlai anywhere. Intle kwa katiba ya hae kingwanesu ki abtia kamar. Hakiso mona ahlama lianyan. Untua statement te karikili nyalo. What's a statement? Rent was manipulated. I've never seen a minister of finance with his beautiful head explaining to the Republic, what is this thing? There is a statement issued by National Treasury. And a litutsi. Litutsi. You are leaderless. Kimi kupa kupai. We are leaderless. Haluki seminati inokotongwa nakatalu se ranta ye kayo. Because that's the only person who can explain, not through a statement. Now, as the ANC, That's what we want as the ruling party, that this matter, government, we have deferred to them to deal with it and announce the steps they are going to take. I can assure you, comrades, we've got our last National Executive Committee for the year, from the 17th to the 20th of December. By the time we finish by the 20th, we must equally give you an answer. And we are going to ask them to explain to us what are they doing about this manipulation. It's not just going to disappear. Aitlunyamela fela. Ibe ufedile. Ranta ini manipulatiwa yuanga ritzibi ufedile. It's not going to happen like that.
Yale banka di manipulator renta. As a result of the manipulation of the rent, a lot of our brothers and sisters who were climbing the ladder into the middle class have lost their houses, have lost their cars, have lost every little thing they got through loans because of the manipulation of the rent. Marabatwa, Bauchwangi, Chelete, through manipulation of the rent, abatshwariwi ebile a re ba tsebe. If Bakari Godrich Gadi got a tender of 2 million in Polokwane, Bailo Muncha, his face, the face of his wife, the face of his mother and grandchildren, we will know everything about the stolen tender of 2 million because it's a black person. But these ones who have manipulated the rent and stole trillions and trillions, they've got no faces. Banor banks have manipulated the rent. But who is behind those banks? What are the faces of these people? Where do they stay? They don't tell us because it's white people. It's white people who manipulated the rent. And therefore white people can do anything they want to do and get away with it. Mamotla lenchika stage 6 load shedding. Ramachiche ralwa radia shut down. But Twitter from their bedrooms, but the EFF is collapsing, the country is collapsing, the economy. It will. Stage 6. And then, stage 6, the load shedding. How dala rugby, the there's no load shedding when rugby plays. Because stronger together. Once the stronger together finishes, load shedding comes back. Hello, did you miss me? Stronger together, ya fake, ya middle class, ya fake, ya unyoko rata ke makhuwa, ba tsamaya ba latswana le makhuwa, ba dutse ba tseba hore makhuwa ba ba rata. Bona ba ikgarametša mo makhuweng o bontšha gore makhuwa a ba rata as ba ba senyetše nako. Whites did not waste time. They went with the trophy everywhere where there were white people and white supporters and spectators. Irla ya ka mo Eastern Cape ka mo ka East London township ye ba re keng Mdantsane ya tsena ka Mdantsane cup ya stronger together. There was no single white player in the bus. Because the Siyakolisi was alone with all other black people. They knew once Itomo Yabuma East London, there are not too many whites there. This one can go and handle them alone. What happened? In Mdantsane, so many people came out to see their heroes. The white heroes were not there. Because it's stronger together when it comes to white people. When it comes to us, is not stronger together. I mean, if we are wrong, for 30 years, I used to work in this province as a secretary of the Youth League. I could speak Tsonga, I could speak Venda, because I was working here interacting with those people. Language, just by the people you live with, you will know that language. Arer Makua Nebasigon. They came to South Africa in 1994. They've been here for 30 years. For 30 years, they don't know a single African language. Single African, for 30 years. How do you do that? If you really take us serious and you believe in us, that we are human beings, that our language and cultures are worth embracing, why are white people in South Africa not speaking vernac? 30 years. Before 1994, they were not allowed to mix with us. Now we are mixing together. But it's not only language. For 30 years, white people don't go to Shego. They don't come where we stay. That's why Stronger Together whites could not go to Mdantsane. Because white people do not go into the black areas. If bar rata lena was Stronger Together, why basatimo lenangi? Even in your own family, when you say, I've got a friend called Godrich, but Godrich yo bolelang ka ena o tlo tla ninga mo gae if ke mokgotsi wao. If these whites are your friends, you are stronger together. Why are they not coming to you? In the white areas, when the bus of rugby went, black people were there. In the black areas where the bus went, white people were not there. Let's lenyaka o ratwa na le skampala ona mo na ke rapeletse boroko ka o budulala nna ke ba botsa nnete makgoa a ba re rate ebile a ba re nyake, and you must start internalizing that, and you must accept that white people don't want us, including white people who were in the struggle. Why did Joe Slovo not speak Zulu or Xhosa? Because the guy was with these guys in the camps there. Why? Why these white people who were in exile, in the struggle, in prison, not speak vernac? Yet they say they are progressive, they are with us, they support us. But they don't speak our languages. They don't come to where we stay. Mararena, we are forced to chase after white people.